Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to Female Driven Movies Month. And tonight I have a movie from 2008, directed by Gregory Hoblit, and it stars the beautiful, always beautiful Diane Lane, and it's called Untraceable. Yeah, it's a 2008 crime thriller with some horror elements, because it's kind of like Saw, if you made it into like a crime thriller. And it also has Colin Hanks, Billy Burke from Twilight, and Joseph Cross. Now, I just saw this movie last night, and my God, let me tell you, it's very intense. If you want a dark movie that's even more violent than The Dark Knight, yeah, this is definitely more darker than that, because the movie gets really fucked up at times, too. I will say this, yeah. If you do see this film, YouTube community, this is for all of my subscribers, film watchers, any channel that subscribe to me, whatever. Never attempt any of this in the movie. What this guy does, you do not want to do this on YouTube. You will be banned for life and be arrested. So, just to let you know, do not attempt anything from this film. I'm not talking about the police procedures. I'm saying what this serial killer does. Do not attempt this. You saw what Logan Paul did last year, and he's a jackass for doing that. Filming somebody's suicide and jumping into a lake in Italy and all this other stupid shit, slapping a guy in Russia. That guy's got problems. Please don't fall into that category. I would never do that. I'd never kill somebody and film it on camera. That's just mean spirited and just inhuman. Just to let you know, that's a warning for this movie. Do not attempt any of this because you will be sorry. But now that I got that out of the way, this is the synopsis. Set in Portland, Oregon, the film involves a serial killer who rigs contraptions, kind of like Jigsaw. This guy makes Jigsaw look friendly, that kill his victims based on the number of hits received by a website, killwithme.com, that features a live streaming video of the victim. And by the way, this is before social media. So this is like when a guy was setting up cameras and filming from a video camera and uploading it to his laptop. This sick bastard. Like I said, do not attempt this, guys. It's very, very dangerous. Millions of people log on, hasting the victims' deaths. I can see, I can see from the critics' perspective why they weren't a fan of this movie. It's not a shitty movie, guys. It's just it's very dark. It's an R-rated crime thriller that doesn't pull punches. It doesn't hold back. And yeah, they were upset. They said, "Oh, despite Diane Lane's earnest efforts, Untraceable manages to be nothing more than a run-of-the-mill thriller with a hypocritical message." What hypocritical message? That uploading torture porn is wrong? Yeah, you're damn right it's wrong. I think I got the message head on. Roger Ebert liked it. He gave it 3 stars. It's a decent movie. It's engaging enough because the actors are really trying. It's not 2 hours long. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. The film ends abruptly, which is fine. You know what's going to happen. It is predictable. You know that Diane Lane's going to track this guy and put him to justice, and she does in the best possible way. And yeah, it's shot well. It doesn't have any freaking foreigners in it, which is a nice change of pace because a lot like every movie now has to have a foreigner just to be thrown in there. We get it, progression, we get it. But this thing, yeah, Christopher Young's score is very haunting and atmospheric. It reminds me of the Psycho theme because it goes like dun dun dun. It sounds like when they do the music after the main character in Psycho. Well, one of the main characters gets killed in the bathtub. And also, I love Diane Lane in the movie. She's a mom. She has this little girl out in like in the suburbs, like near the woods, and it's a small town, so it's not a big city. And this guy this asshole's like filming people. He starts with a cat, which thankfully they don't show. Then he ties this guy up, and he freaking like tortures him. They don't show too much, so it's not like like freaking the Serbian film or Human Centipedes. It's not like that. That's way over the top. That's more than over the top. But the imagery is very haunting. But it fits. Like there's a scene where this guy is getting burnt alive, literally with bright lights, and it's like turning his face bubbly, like Michael Rooker in Slither. It's really haunting. And there's another scene where this guy gets boiled alive in freaking sulfuric acid. It's so haunting. I'm like, wow, they got away with this back then. This would not be made today because with how overly sensitive people are on the internet that they get toxic over movies like this. Yeah, over films like this, not like Saw or Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Nightmare on Elm Street or a Serbian film. This freaking movie. Yeah, the toxic people that are in, but from back in 2008 in this film are kind of a reflection of people that are toxic over movies with women. This stars a woman, and it's well done. I think it's shot well. It's well written. Is it something you've seen before? Yes. If you've seen the Saw from movies, it's basically that, except it's less repetitive than that. Mainly because it's more horrific and scarier. Like the what this guy does is just freaking. It's inhuman and inexcusable. Like you want this guy to die at the end, and he gets it exactly what is coming to him. And yeah, it's just the guy's face is creepy. He's some young guy, and like he's like a Logan Paul of 2008. And I'm like, fuck that guy, Logan Paul, because he's just like this asshole. You know why he's turned out the way he did? Oh, spoiler, by the way, if you're gonna see this movie, I'm gonna just say this one thing. His motivation is he's doing this to people because his father committed suicide on a bridge in when he was young, and they filmed it and they posted it online and on TV, and people were upset, and he was upset about it. I'm like, I understand that losing a parent is hard, but yeah, that doesn't mean you have to like make other people's lives a living hell. That's just wrong. You can be upset about it, but exacting your revenge on people that had nothing to do with your father's death, yeah, it's just too much. Yeah, this guy, Joseph Cross, he plays Owen Riley. He's the guy that's fucked up, and he's very messed up in the head. He tasers a guy's neck, and he kidnaps Diane Lane at the end and ties her up, but she gets out loose because she's awesome in the movie. And you might have seen this guy. He was in Running with Scissors. He was in Flags of Our Fathers and Milk and Lincoln. He's done a lot of dramatic roles, but he's the kid that was the main kid in the Jack Frost movie with Michael Keaton. What a freaking coincidence that him and Keaton will play these heartless villains at the end, later in their careers. He was in this movie 10 years after Jack Frost, and Michael Keaton was Vulture. Yeah, they play villains here. Is like it's effective though, and if you've seen a lot of crime thrillers and you find them boring, this one's a lot better than a lot of some of the recent ones. Or that like freaking what was that movie called with that thriller with Liam Hemsworth? That was shitty. What was it? Not Suspiria. Paranoia. That was absolute garbage. One of the worst thrillers I've ever seen. This is way better than that. At least Diane Lane is really trying, and she elevates the movie from mediocre to decent. So it's watchable because of her mainly. And they don't over sexualize her. She's not a Mary Sue. She's not a freaking SJW. She's a strong female detective, and she gets the job done, and it works. She's a special agent actually for the FBI. Well, detective, whatever you want to call it. She's an authority figure, and she's really well casted in the movie. And like I said, the movie, yeah, cyber terrorism is wrong, guys. If you've seen Die Hard 4, aka Live Free or Die Hard, don't ever try to use the internet as a weapon because it will hurt somebody else. And again, this is to all these naysayers. Your toxicity will never go unpunished. Case in point. You don't like the movie? It's fine. I'm not going to say you're stupid. But if you're toxic, where you're like, fuck you, I want your career to die, I want you to burn in hell, I hate your character, I hate you as an actor, I hate that. No, that is wrong. That is freaking toxicity, and that will not be freaking tolerated. It should be illegal just to do something like that. And this movie takes it a step up, where this guy's filming people dying. That's even worse than these toxic assholes that just can't let things go. But the movie's fine if you want to see it for for Diane Lane's performance and the well shot scenes and the some of the action and the rain and everything else. It's worth a watch. But be warned, don't attempt any of this, any of it. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'm tired. I cut my hair because I'm going on vacation soon. And yeah, I wanted to review a movie with Diane Lane because she's an awesome actress, really good. It's a shame that Man of Steel and BVS, she's just a plot device. And Zack Snyder tried to make her look old, even though she's still attractive to me. And her voice is soothing, and she's really good in what she does. She was one of the few things in Judge Dredd that really worked for me as Judge Hershey. I thought she was really cool in that, and badass too. Like she's a really good actress. and she never has to be some pandering SJW, because that's not what Diane Lane is. She's always giving it her effort, even when it's a movie that's not the best. And she's really awesome. I wish that she got another role like this, because that's is something definitely different from what a recent stuff I've seen her in. And yeah, that's her. In case you want to know what she looks like, gorgeous woman. She's also the voice of the mom in Inside Out. She's she got divorced twice. Oh, she was married to Josh Brolin, Thanos himself. Wow, that's crazy. They were married for a couple years. Yeah, it's okay, Josh. You'll get him next time. We probably had some good years with her. But yeah, that's the end of my review for Untraceable. See you guys next week. Have a good Memorial Day if you guys are celebrating that here in the States. Eat a lot. See some good movies. Avoid Aladdin 2019. I'm not going to watch that. I'm not wasting my time. I don't need to see the same thing twice, especially if it's something I've seen done better. But anyway, see you guys in the next review.